inhale, lift, and swim around. So bicep curl, come on up. So we add to negotiate with the swing a little bit, and see if you can hold on really strong, and then just lean back. So you lean back with like the heart up, and then you come into a supported camel. From there, if you're comfortable, start to drop your hips towards your heels and straighten the arms to come into Sivasana. It's a big pose, right? So bicep curl up. Nice, come on back down. Do that a few times.
That's like the best
Sivasana.
camel. Otherwise, the low back is straining.
Exactly.
And, yes, so good.
Keep the knees together as much as possible. Use your quads to lift. Bicep curl up a few times, feel the strength, and then you can come into fish, right? Crown of the head on the floor. Okay? Bicep curl back up. Right? Come on back into your camel. Arms open wide, dive in. Back to child's pose. Now we counterbalance our back bend and we hang out here. Okay? Sometimes it's nice to bank a little from side to side. Just be really gentle. Nice, guys. Okay, so to come out, we just bicep curl up and help ourselves to stand. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Okay. So we're gonna save cocoon before we go to our break. Let's do our standing poses. A little bit faster, just because we did this yesterday, but I showed you guys how to hold on to the handholds and kick forward. Right?
Which leg do you want us to do first?
Huh?
Which leg do you want us to do first?
Well, we're gonna stand to the back of the mat, typically the right, but you never know with me, right? So I promise I'll tell you. Practice kicking. So we just kick the swing forward with our hands, kick forward. And then we have to time it. We're gonna get our right foot up. Yes. And then it makes it easier. Without doing the kick, people feel like that's really way too high, okay? So with the handholds, John, you okay there? John?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna drop in. When we drop in, round in. One of the few poses where round. Stretch the whole side body. Feels so good. Okay, left foot to the back of the mat. I like to keep my right foot flexed, so I'm really engaging the back of the leg. Inhale, bicep curl up. Right, use your arms to arch and pull forward. Oh la la, make a wish. Whenever we spread the hips, we make a wish. Wish the hips would open. Okay, go ahead and round back in. Exhale, drop in. Do a little shimmy from side to side. Wiggle. Notice what happens in the hips when we wiggle. Wiggling is a great variation. Inhale, bicep curl up. Arch, come forward. Beautiful, guys. Leading with the heart. Nice and strong. Come up into the toes. You guys are all doing it. Sometimes some people will be back here because they're like, So yeah, make a split. Make a wish, make a split. Come on back. Let's show the variation where we slide down to the top of the leg loops. You can hold on to one or both, depending on the comfort level. But you know, the hands will need a little break from being overhead. So we're gonna hold on to the top of the leg loops, the nub, I call it the nub, and now we get a deeper stretch. Just let that feel good. Again, twisting a little from side to side. Feel what that gets into. And then inhale, bicep curl up and arch. Come forward. Now we come forward just enough. Not too much, just right. Beautiful, guys. Come on back one more time. Usually 3 to 5, depending on how quickly you want to move through the poses. Really enjoy this stretch here. This is one of my favorites. Just feels so good. Inhale, let's come up. Let's come to neutral. I didn't do this yesterday, but we're going to add a pigeon pose. Pigeon pose is where we bend the knee out to the side. Okay, if anybody needs, we can always hook the ankle here. Hook the heel. Okay, that just keeps that little guy on, because if their knee is not very flexible, it's going to start to slide up. So our hook, push the knee down towards the ground. It's its own little stretch. A little bit of playtime. We're going to switch back to our handholds as long as the hands are happy. I like to do a wrist wrap. Have I taught you guys a wrist wrap yet? It's the same that we do with the choo-choo. Yeah. You'll get used to it. You gotta pull it tight. So you can pull your weight down tight. Okay. So in this pose, we can hang. All right? If you get a big swing, then you might bumper car with your neighbor. So if you don't want a big swing, you just start at the center of the mat, and then you can slow, I call it slow your roll. So slow your roll, you have too much swag. And then you can hook for I Dream a Genie. So feel like a genie.
You kind of look like her.
Totally. All right, so.
Wiggle your nose.
Wiggle everything. Wiggle your butt. Our flying genies wiggle their butts. They're like, so we can play here with straightening the leg, bending the knee, which feels good. Beautiful, Wendy. And then we can also practice crossing. Oh my God. Feels so good. So there's lots of play that we can do here. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, we land it.
Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, we can make it a short sequence, or we can make it a longer sequence, depending on how much time we have. Okay, so.
How long your upper body can do it.
So give our hands a break, right? Always find neutral before we release. Let's hold on to the swing and come into our forward lunge, onto the toes. Now when we're on the toes, again, we're making a wish. Some people are going to be way back here. Just encourage them to come forward onto the ball of the foot. Arm variations. We lift the chest, right? A lot of people head dive. Lift the chest, squeeze in, or arms on the inside and push out. Now which one feels more stable to you? Just figure it out. You know, everyone has their favorite. That's beautiful, Sam. So you can come really wide, like, ah. If you come in and then press, yeah. Now from here, we're ready to bring the elbow down. Right elbow, right knee, spin the heel down. Once the heel spins down, we lean back. Now, straight overhead, there is the right side of the swing. Now most people are gonna go like this. Encourage them to come all the way back, all the way back. And then from there, you can lean into it and open up. Should feel really good. Okay, you can press forward even more. That's a good picture. Yeah. And then my foot is at the back of the mat, Connie, when you come back in, okay, back of the mat. Now from here, let's try straightening the front leg. You can hold underneath. John, hold underneath, okay, to help the leg up. There you go. Or if you're really flexy, grab for the toes. Now this is great. If you want to go to the next stage, which of course is not restorative, you start to release your hand forward on an angle. Left hand forward, all the way towards me. Or grab for the foot. If you grab for the foot, you can spin and open up towards the sky. This, of course, we're moving into more of our dynamic movements. I'm just going to show you from there. This is really hard to do on the floor. Much easier to do in the swing, right? And then we slowly unfurl, hold on to the swing with both hands, come back through center. Beautiful, guys. I'll just take a moment, reset. I'm going to push the swing down to my ankle. Find your pivot point, your balance. Pushing the swing away feels, flex the foot, feels completely different, right? Remember to kick this swing forward, okay. Nice. Now we can pull as well. Pull and lean back. Try to bring your toes up above your head. Toes up. Ooh, la la, ça sent. Okay. And then the other one is wrap. Wrap. Oh, that's nice, right? The swing is higher, it's going to be harder. So you just ask them to bring the swing down if it's too much. Okay, we're going to keep the right arm wrapped and just look back behind you. Leave the toes forward. If we wanted to do a true side angle stretch, we would roll the toes out to the side. Just keep them forward and rotate with your gaze back towards your thumb. Beautiful. Come into a forward fold. Pause. And then keep your left arm wrapped around. And then look back over towards the right. Beautiful, guys. Okay, one more time, wrap. Now when we come forward, you can cross your arms and hook the hands. And then the same thing. See if you can balance. Can you pull up and balance? Right? Makes it a little bit more challenging, but you're not going to fall over, which is really nice. You can just relax this way. Beautiful. Okay, slide on up. Now this is the tricky part. We're going to come into our nataraj. Identify your right hand. Grab for the left hand hold. We're going to cross. Grab for the left hand hold. Yes. So the right knee bends in and we roll it over. So you're going to face the mirrors. Face the back of the group. As soon as we get there, left hand grabs for left hand hold. Yes, really good, guys. So my left foot is at the back of the mat, And then I bend both knees a lot and I hang. So it's a great arm stretch. It's a great quad stretch. And your gaze is up.